Good morning, my beautiful friends. It's Petula Alicia here, and welcome to Morning Coffee and Inspirational Words. Happy Thursday. Yes, it's time to dance. The Thursday dance. The Thursday dance. So, this morning on Morning Coffee and Inspirational Words, I just want to have some light fun. Well, I don't know if you guys will consider this fun, but I have this question, and the question is that I've been asking myself, and I'll ask you guys. So the question is, I think it's two questions. So if there was not a fear of judgment, or if you, okay, so if there was not a fear of judgment, and if there was no financial limitations, what is the one thing that you would do? Again, the question is, if there was no fear of judgment and no financial limitation, what is the one thing that you would do? And I know we have lots of choices. So just what is the one thing? Just, I know it's hard to narrow it down to one choice. So that's my question to you guys this morning. You, my lovely sisters. That's my question. And it's the question to myself. So no judgment and no money limitations. What's the one thing that you would do? And for me to answer that question, in relations to your personal self, and this is specifically on your personal self. We'll do this question again, and it'll be involving everything and anything around us, but for now this question is for you personally, your personal self, because for some reason our society has taught us to think of self as selfish. And while I agree that one should not be selfish or live a selfish life, I do agree with the notion or the concept that you first must love yourself. You first must know yourself in order to give the best of yourself. Okay? You first must love yourself. You first must know yourself in order to give your best to others. Thank you for that like, Christine. Good morning, honey. What's the weather like in Trinidad? So, and for some reason, our society has taught us to think of ourselves is a selfish thing. And I think somewhere something got lost somewhere along the way in the transition, that to think of yourself in a healthy way is not something that is selfish. So let's get that out of the way. Let's get that clear. And when I talk about self-love and self-care, I am not promoting selfishness or narcissism or anything like that. I am talking about a genuine self-love, a healthy self-love, the kind of self-love that once you know how to love you, that will translate and spill out into the rest of the world, and it will translate how you interact and react to other people and to situations. It'll determine whether you could put yourself in somebody's shoes or not, if you can empathize or sympathize or be mindful. So that's what I'm talking about. And I think a lot of people are walking around in our society today, and I was one of these people. I was guilty of that we were or are angry at the world, and we can't love and embrace people because we can't love and embrace ourselves. Listen, you can't give love from where there is no love. It's just impossible. And you can't give something that you don't know how to give when you don't have it, when you haven't experienced it. So when I talk about self-love and self-care and valuing you and putting you first, I am talking about something that comes from a healthy place, not a place of selfishness, and not a narcissistic type of self-love. So now that we made that clear, now that we understand where I am coming from, so in pertaining to yourself, this is a question I would love for you guys to answer, for you, just for you. If there was no judgment, and judgment of saying, oh, she's selfish, or she's wrong, or she's this, or if there is no consequence of judgment, and if there is no monetary limitations, what is the one thing you would do for yourself? For me, out of all the choices I have to choose from, I am thinking I would travel. I would travel. I would go to the most luxurious places. I would love to pretend, and I would love to sit here and lie to you guys. I tell you guys I will go out and look for how the locals live, and no. I may do that on a half a day trip. But honestly, I would look for the most luxurious places to visit, the most beautiful, natural, scenic places that's naturally beautiful, naturally scenic, and I would stay at the best hotels, the hotels that have spa services and stuff, and I would indulge. And I don't know if luxuate is a word, but you're hearing it here. I mispronounce words enough so you guys understand that I got a word issue. But I would luxuriate in the best hotels. I would take the best flights. I would travel, and I would travel in style and class, and I would not apologize for it. That's what I would do. And even if there's judgment for it, I'll still do it. So, but if there's no judgment and no monetary, I would just travel in style. I would just go all out. I would just indulge. And that's the one thing I would do for me. So I hope that you guys thought of at least one thing that you would do for yourself. And if you haven't thought of it, or you keep coming up blank, sister, you need to sit down and really get to know yourself, because I guarantee you there is something that you would do for yourself if there was no monetary limitation, and especially if there was no judgment to attach to it. That's just for you. So I encourage you guys, and it might seem silly and it might not seem important, but it is good to know. It is good to know what is the one thing that you would do for yourself if money was not constrained, and if you weren't thinking of other people's opinion. That's something. And so this morning, I like my little poems, and I like my little quotes. And so this morning I have this mini quote / poem. I don't know what to call it, a verse, and it's Calm in Chaos, and it's by Mary Ann Radmacher. In the midst of flurry, clarity. In the midst of storm, calm. In the midst of divided interests, certainty. In the many roads, a certain choice. And so today, my beautiful sisters, I want to wish you guys clarity, calm, certainty, and a certain choice, because I know having many choices, indecision tends to arise. And so that's the quote. I would read it one more time because I really like it, and I think it really sends a good message, and this is the good vibes I want to send out to all you wonderful sisters today, that in the midst of fury, clarity. In the midst of storm, calm. In the midst of divided interests, certainty. In the many roads, a certain choice. And again, that quote is by Mary Ann Radmacher. And so, thank you for joining me for Morning Coffee and Inspirational Words. And today's Thursday, and so you guys know why I'm dancing now. I don't have to explain it. The weekend is coming. So remember to be your awesome self and go out and do incredible things today. I will be back live tomorrow, which is Friday, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for evening reflection, and when I would share another piece of my original work with you. So join me and invite your friends to join the group and come. Grab your wine, your tea, coffee, whatever you like to drink in the evening to relax. I don't see coffee as relaxing in the evening, but no judgment here. Whatever you like to drink in the evening to relax, grab your beverage and join me for about 15 minutes or so. Okay? So have a fantastic Thursday and stay calm, stay peaceful, stay certain. Bye, my beautiful friends. Have a fantastic day.